Okay, in this video we're going to have 3 more word problems we're going to look at. They're going to be a little more complex than the first video, but not as complex as those that will follow. They will deal with common questions dealing with area and age. Okay, so let's take a look at the first one. Okay, we have the length of a rectangle is twice the width. If the area is 512 square feet, what is the width? Okay, pretty straightforward. The trick to doing these really is, again, look at each phrase and start labeling things, writing down variables, and even draw a picture. And formula will help as well. So what we have here is the length of a rectangle. So let's draw a quick rectangle. Okay, here's our rectangle. And the length, we're going to call this the length, of a rectangle is twice the width. Okay, so if this is the width, this is twice this. So we could basically say if we had, it will take 2 of these to equal 1 of these. So this is equal to 2w. So the length of the rectangle is twice the width. Okay, and if the area is 512 square feet, what is the width? So all you need to know now is, what is the formula for area of a rectangle? Well, it's length times width equals area. Okay. And let's just substitute. So we know the length is 2w, okay, and the width is w, and the area is 512 square feet, okay, and we have a formula. So now what we want to do is we want to find the width, which is w. So let's solve. This is equal to 2w squared equals 512 square feet, okay? And then we'll divide both sides by 2. So w squared equals, this is 256 square feet. Okay? And if we take the square root of that, the square root of both sides, we get w equals plus or minus 16. Okay? Feet, because we took the square root of square feet as feet. Now, of course, there is no such thing as negative distance, negative feet, so we'll discount the negative, and our final answer is 16 feet. Okay, so let's quickly check that. We basically have 16 feet is the width, the length is twice that, that's 32, and 32 times 16 is 512. So let's take a look at this. Again, Tom is 25 years older than his son. In 16 years, he will be twice as old as his son. How old is Tom? And of course we mean, how old is Tom right now? Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff in here. And again, the best thing to do is, we're staring at a blank sheet of paper, is to start writing some variables and relations and formulas. Okay, so Tom is 25 years older than his son. So let's call Tom T. Is Tom. Okay, start writing something down. And his son, we'll call his son S. Is his son. Okay, and Tom is 25 years older than his son. So basically, S plus 25 equals T, right? So if his son is 10 years old, Tom would be 35. If his son was 25, Tom would be 50. So we know this equation is a good way to represent Tom. Okay. Then let's start looking into the future in 16 years. Okay, so this is now, and this is 16 years from now. Okay. Tom will be T plus 16. Okay, and the son will be S plus 16. Okay, so Tom is 25. We've covered that. 25 years older. We've covered what they'll be in 16 years. Now, in 16 years, he will be twice as old as his son. Okay, so this is their age, 16 years from now. Okay, so Tom will be twice as old as his son. So his son is going to be S plus 16. Okay, 16 years from now. And if you double his age, he equals Tom 16 years from now. Okay, so this is in 16 years. This is the formula that we have. And again, now we can just solve it, because we have a bunch. We have this piece right here will help substitute the t. So let's use substitution. This will be 2s plus 16 equals s plus 25 plus 16. Okay, so we substitute this in, and let's solve for s. Okay, for the sun. 2s plus 32 equals s plus 41. Bring the s over here. This is s equals 9. So according to our answer, the sun is 9. S is equal to 9. And Tom, if you remember, is s plus 25. So Tom is equal to 34. Okay, let's see if this is right. Okay, right now Tom is 25 years older. Okay, 34 and 9 is 25, correct. And in 16 years, Tom will be 50. And in 16 years, his son will be 25. So indeed, Tom will be twice as old as his son in 25 years. Okay, the third problem in this video, which is also another age problem. Okay, let's take a look at this. Jane is twice Carol's age. 3 years from now, the sum of their ages will be 72. How old is Carol? So this is similar as the other one. Again, we have a blank piece of paper. So we're going to start filling it up with some variables and relations using equations, algebra equations. Okay, so let's say J equals Jane's age. And we'll say C is Carol's age. Okay, this is today. Okay. Now, 3 years from now, we can even add that right now. Again, we're going phrase by phrase. Actually, let's start. Let's go from the beginning because that's always a good strategy. Jane is twice Carol's age today. So Jane is equal to 2C. Okay, so we covered that first phrase. 3 years from now, so we're going to do 3 years and do another column. Okay. Jane will be J plus 3. Okay. And Carol will be C plus 3. Okay, and then we can also note that Jane is also going to be, well, we'll leave that part out for later, but, oh no, actually, let's put it in right now. Okay, let's change this. This is J is equal to 2C. So 3 years from now, we're going to substitute this into there, and we will get J plus 3 would equal 2C plus 3. Let's make a note of that. Okay, we could add 3 years to both of these, just as a side note. But let's continue. The sum of their ages will be 72. Okay, so 3 years from now, let's focus on this again. 3 years from now is J plus 3 plus C plus 3 will equal 72. Now again, notice this part right here, by the way, it's not uncommon that if you write a bunch of stuff, you might write something that's not really going to be used or not necessarily helpful, which is this case. So it's always never hurts to write down a bunch of things so you can see as much as you can. But anyway, let's go back 3 years from now. This is Jane's age. This is Carol's age. And they're going to add up to 72. And again, we go back to the original relationship. Jane is twice as old as Carol. And let's substitute this in. So we get 2C plus 3 plus C plus 3 equals 72. Okay, and let's collect like terms. So we get 3C plus 6 equals 72. 3C equals 66. Therefore, C equals 22. So Carol is 22, which of course this is the answer to the question. So Carol is 22, and of course I always like to check it. If Carol is 22 today, then Jane must be 44. Okay, that's today, twice their age. And then 3 years from now, Carol will be 25, and Jane will be 47, and that will indeed add up to 72. So that is the correct answer.